So with the friend keyword in C++, the friend keyword pretty much allows us to access the private and protected members of another class. So this can be really useful when we're applying our concepts in object-oriented programming. By using the friend keyword, this can be a very handy tool to access the private and protected members of another class. I'm going to be explaining visually of an example of how we can apply this, because I think the best way to understand how to apply the friend keyword in C++ is by using a visual diagram, of course, which is why you've purchased this course, of course, to learn C++ visually. So now I'm going to show you guys my visual diagram to explain the friend keyword. Okay, so to make this example very easy to understand, what I've created is that I've got two very basic classes that I've declared right here in this visual diagram. So we've got two classes, class Oz and class Brit. So as you can see in class Oz, I have a private member here that I've declared here called integer A. So this is a private variable that I've declared here called int A. So what we're doing inside class Oz is that we are now calling the friend keyword. So we are now utilizing the friend keyword here to call in the second class that we've created here called class Brit. So by calling class Brit here inside class Oz, what's going to happen now is that class Brit can now access all of class Oz's data. So inside class Brit here, it's now allowing it can now access this private member that we've declared inside class Oz. But class Oz cannot access Brit's data at all. So if we go inside class Brit's class inside here, we've got another private variable here called integer B, which has been declared here. And then inside class Brit as well, what we are doing is that we are creating an object of class Oz. So we've got an object here named X, and then down the bottom here we've got X, and then it's doing the dot or operator, and then it's getting the variable integer A from class Oz. And now we are setting it to 10 as a very basic example here. So by creating a class object called OzX, so X is the class object that we've created of class Oz. So we're having a class object here, and then by using a dot operator here, so now we're using a dot operator here to access the variable A, which is the private member inside class Oz. So we can now access this private member inside class Oz from class Brit using that friend keyword. And we've got a very basic example here where we are setting that variable to 10 inside the class Brit class declaration. So this is a very basic example of applying the friend keyword in C++. I wanted to make the example very basic and very easy to follow and understand, so that we can utilize and understand how the friend keyword can be applied.